Hi guys, how you guys doing today? I know it's been so long since I've been on YouTube because I was busy, with school and work. Anyways, let's get into it. So today I just wanted to make this video to say why I don't celebrate New Year's. I thought a lot before making this video because I know that the internet can get crazy and everyone have their, opinions and everything. Everyone is entitled to their own opinion, so I feel like that shouldn't stop me from making a video, So, why I don't celebrate New Year's? I don't celebrate New Year's because I don't believe that a new year begin in the middle of a cold winter night. Cold, dark, it sounds crazy, but let me just explain myself. Just hold up. If you're a Christian or if you're Jewish, you would know that according to the Bible, a new day actually begins not in the middle of the night, midnight. It actually begins when the sun goes down. If you read Genesis 1 verse 5 or 1 verse 13, when creation was happening, it says, I'll read 1 verse 5. It says, and God called the light day and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. Not sure, I guess God wanted us to rest before we get up to work. But basically that's just one point. And also, if you're Jewish or a Seventh-day Adventist and you actually celebrate the Sabbath, you will know that you celebrate the Sabbath Friday sundown to Saturday sundown because that's the full day. The full 7 day is not Saturday 12 midnight to 12 to 11:59. No, it's actually Friday sundown to Saturday sundown for a reason, and that is the reason because according to the Bible, a day is when the sun goes down till the sun goes down again, basically. That's one, right? So we already get that out the way, that a new day does not begin at 12 midnight in the middle of the night. Think about it. Even God, he said that he put the sun and the moon and the stars to tell us the days and the months and whatever. Every new moon is basically a new month. Even Muslims, they kind of follow this calendar too. Their holidays are not the same exact date every year. It changes according to nature. So, a lot of you guys will know what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, we also know that the calendar was changed by the Roman Catholic Church, I think. I'm not sure what year, but I think it was changed several times. But first, we know that the calendar has been changed, and you should do your research about it. I actually typed that up. I just typed that on Google. If you guys just want to go read, just type, when was the calendar changed? I'm not too much concerned about the date that it was changed, but I know it was changed for sure. And I know that it's man-made, obviously. Anyhow, the calendar that we follow today is not it's a calendar created by men. It's not the calendar that's following nature, because if we was going by nature, it would be very different. But I know that they had to set up a system so that everything can be well organized and everything, so I understand the reason, it was changed. So now that we got that out the way, can do more research. I'm not sure. I'm probably missing a lot of information, but I know for sure it was changed. Oh, and an evidence of that is if you actually speak Spanish and if you speak French and you know how to count from 1 to 10, that clicked in my mind. I was like, September is the 7th month of the year, right? 7. And French is alright, let me just count from 1 to 10 in each language. So I'm gonna do French first. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then Spanish is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 7 in French is set, spelled S-E-P-T, the first 4 letters of the month September, which was originally the 7th month. October, or ocho in Spanish, is actually was originally the 8th month. November in Spanish, nueve, or in French, 9. The new, it really means the 9th month. And December, deca, deci, diez, 10, number 10. It actually means it was originally the 10th month. So, you know, they changed the calendar, they changed a few names, you know, some of the months, but for some reason I find it funny how September, October, November, and December, they still remain the prefix that they had. They still have the same prefix. Now you're probably asking yourself, wait, but what about January though? January does not mean 11, the 11th month. So how was January named? Well, my friend, I'm just gonna quickly pull this up from Google for you guys. It says in ancient Roman religion and myth, Janus is the god of beginnings. Okay, is the god with two faces. Basically, this is a picture, and this you see, Janus, god of beginnings. So like around that time when these people used to celebrate this god, they always went to this god, you know, and basically this god will bless them, you know, and, you know, give them a new beginning and everything. So this is the god that we're actually, believe it or not, giving our homage to every new year when the ball drops and these stars go and sing ungodly songs, and, you know, everyone is just there and waiting for that big ball. Wherever you are, it's crazy. Not everyone, not the whole world, obviously. I'm just talking about like the United States, because, you know, that's where I live. But even the Caribbean islands, a lot of us, we just celebrate it, because we all know that the new year begins in January, which is actually celebrating the god of Janus. So now you guys might be asking, so when do you celebrate New Year's? According to the Bible, the new year really began around ending of March, beginning of April, which makes sense to me, because that's around spring, the beginning of spring, when all the trees that were dead start to grow back, you know, not the trees, basically the leaves of the trees, the flowers, and just everything just starts to grow back, and that signifies a new beginning. Nature, like by nature, it signifies a new beginning. So it makes so much sense to me. And I think the Jewish holiday actually fall around that time, so I think Jewish people are following that day. And yeah, I know you guys might be thinking, oh, but what if you're living in a tropical country where there's no such thing, the flowers are always out there? Actually, there's this little crap, I forgot that little saying, but it's basically like around that same time the rabbit comes out of their hole and something else, something I really don't remember, but everything just clicked to me. It makes so much sense. I forgot to mention, I know some people is probably gonna comment and say, so like, do you not follow man's calendar? So how do you go to work? Do you wait for the sun to go down or up? Sounds really silly, but actually, of course, I have no choice. Well, actually, I do have a choice, but if someone tells you to meet them at 6 o'clock, then 6 o'clock you gotta be there. So obviously you had to still, you know, follow the system. I'm not trying to push my belief on anyone, you know, keep celebrating your holidays however you want, but just put that in mind. Just keep it in mind. Just think about it. You know, it is a reality. Our calendar has been changed. Just imagine how this world will be if we were still following the calendar of nature. And I know a lot of things would switch if that happened, because that would mean that we would not have a set date for everything, you know. So I understand that the calendar had to be done, and I know I didn't talk about the other months because I really didn't go into the detail of how each of them were named, but I was specifically focused on January because January was definitely named after the god Janus, the god of new beginnings. Okay, so definitely look it up, keep it in mind. It's good to know. It's just good knowledge, good to know. Because at the end of the day, we all come to this world and we're just having this experience. So we might as well make it our business. So I think that's all for today, guys. And that's why I don't celebrate New Year's. I actually don't celebrate Christmas as well. Although this year actually kind of did a little switch. I don't celebrate Halloween. I don't celebrate a lot of the holidays for different reasons. So if you guys want to see more videos, please subscribe, and thank you guys so much for watching.